Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do an upgrade. But before we're going to do an upgrade, I just want to give you a small overview of the Pandora boxes out there. So as you can see over here, we're having here the first version that I've reviewed. That is the Pandora box number 5. So what is the biggest difference with this thing? Beside all the features, you need to check the review if you want to see more. That this thing works with an USB over here. This thing is fully closed. There is no way of adding games. There is no way of basically upgrading the system. So upgrading from the Pandora box 5 is very convenient. Then we're having the Pandora box 6. Has a little thumb drive with it, and where you can basically update your games, for example. It's very convenient, but what you can see, basically they're having the same casing and it looks almost the same. With the Pandora box DX, they have changed some things out. We're still having the little dongle over here, and the way how it works, how you need to add it, is basically the same like all the other models. The connection itself, here's where we're going to get the biggest difference with the connections, because here we're having the different minor changes. So as you can see with the Pandora box 5, 6 and the DX, so basically what they did, they added a new USB to the Pandora box 6, and with the Pandora DX they are already losing it. This is not a big of an issue, but there is one thing you need to point out when you're having the casing itself. With the Pandora box Deluxe version, we're having this very big gap. So it is not a big of a problem if the connections are not aligned with, let's say, the differences, or if you want to upgrade it. But keep in mind, if you don't have this gap, that you check out if you are able to upgrade it. The first step that we need to do is open it up. So here at the bottom, we're having a couple of screws that you need to remove. And when you have done this, you can just flip it open very easily. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is get yourself an extra screwdriver, because it won't stay open. Nope, really annoying. So you need to do it like this, for example. Be very careful that you don't damage anything. So what you can see over here, this is the cable for the control input. With this version, we're having this EDA cable or ribbon cable that goes into here. That goes to the PCB and that connects all the buttons. If you're having, let's say, a less fancy version, deluxe version, you have just a cable that goes in here and it goes straight into all of the cables and the joysticks. Alright, so here is the main board itself. It connects the little cable over here that goes to the speaker that is around 5 or 10 watts. And here we have the cable that connects basically the on and off switch. So that's the only thing that we need to unplug. Then we're going not to grab this screwdriver. No, we're going to grab another version. So we're going to remove the 4 screws, and that is the only thing we need to do. Alright, so when the screws have been removed, the only thing you need to do is pull it out. In my case, get myself the DX. Put it back in, position it over the little connection points over there, and we're going to put the screws back in. Okay, so when you're finished with the task, we're going to put everything in the right position. We're going to put this thing over here, in the little connector for on and off switch, the speaker, and of course the ribbon cable for the controls. So that's the only thing that you basically need to do. Close it, look it down, and we're ready to go. So maybe you have this very old Pandora box laying around thinking, I already spent some money, I wanted to upgrade it to the DX. Is it possible? That is something I'm going to explain why sometimes it is and sometimes it don't. No. But what you can see, we don't have this very big gap, so the connections need to get aligned with this version. Here I'm going to grab the Pandora box 6. So as you can see, they are totally different. So you can't use the Pandora box 6 inside this fake version, or maybe the old version. But the same with the Pandora box DX and the Pandora box 5. We're having the same alignment. So we can use these in our fake system. I will open it up and show you what is different. From removing, basically it's almost the same. The screws are a little bit in different position, but at the end we need to remove them and we can flip it open. Alright, so sometimes we don't need the screwdriver because this one stays open. But what you can see over here, that is this main board. Looks totally different, there is no casing around it. But what you can see, basically it's all the same. We're having the both same connectors over here that connects the on and off switch. That is over here, there is no fancy PCB inside. And here we have the one for the speaker. The speaker is a little bit bigger than the previous model. And here we have the cable tree that I already mentioned, that all the connections are basically loose. And again, there is no PCB that connects the controls. So that is the most convenient and the most easy way. Besides that alignment of the let's see the alignment of the connectors. This is a very nice thing. So basically you can put in the Pandora Box DX, for example. Just wanted to show you, so that is also possible with an old Pandora if you're having, let's say, the right casing. Okay, so that concludes this tutorial how you can upgrade it through the old and the new Pandora box. If you have any questions, comments, leave it in the comments. I want to thank you for watching and subscribe to the channel, become of the Wicked family, hit the little bell, and I will see you in the next video.